Thanks for joining me today. Now, as leaders, we all want to be successful in whatever it is that we do. However, there's some leaders that are more successful than others. And the reason being is because the successful ones have the ability to have foresight, to see what's at the end, you know what I'm saying, and plan accordingly. So they kind of work backwards in essence, and a lot of us don't understand that or realize that. So today I want to talk about beginning with the end in mind. Yes, it is a Stephen Covey concept of the seven the seven habits or whatever have you. But I want to talk about it because I realize it's so important, but it's not stressed enough in leadership. Now, I got a chance to experience this in real life, so to speak, with my mentor or manager at the time. And what he was doing was grooming me for his position. So, in order to do that, we had a meeting and he offloaded some of his duties or tasks for me to do so that I can learn some of the things that he's doing and step into that role eventually. So once he finished giving me the tasks and explaining to me what needed to be done, how to do it, and any other contacts I may need in order to get it done, he asks me at the table, he says, "Well, Chad, how do you see this going?" And I didn't really understand his angle with the question, so I said, I see it going okay. I think I'll be fine. I'm up for the challenge. So he says, "No, that's not what I mean. What I'm saying is, how do you see the clients um, as the end results? Do you see them happy, satisfied? How do you see the clients feeling after what we're doing today?" And so, in essence, it got me to think backwards like, okay, in order to satisfy my clients, in order to make them happy, because at the end of the day, that's what it's all about. It's about giving the clients what they need and maybe a little bit of what they want. So, in order to do that, you have to visualize, how do you see your clients after all this is said and done? So, in other words, after I take over the tasks and after I start doing them on a daily or weekly basis, how do I see the customers or the client's response to me doing this job? And so, of course, I see them as being happy, as being satisfied with my work, with what I'm doing, how I'm communicating with them, how I'm reporting issues or whatever to them. I see them as being satisfied. I see them as having complete trust in me and what I do. So, okay, now that I see that, now I need to put steps in place to ensure that I get that end result. See, that's called starting with the end in mind, or beginning with the end in mind. Let's say, for instance, that you are a trainer, or that you want to train people on how to do something or how to accomplish something. So the thing is, before you sit down to put the material together, you got to think about what the outcome is. What do I want people to take away from this training? What do I want them to learn and understand? And once you figure that out, now you work backwards and put your processes in place, or your steps in your training program in place, to fulfill the criteria that will give you the end result. Begin with the end in mind. We all need to start thinking that way. We're so quick to get a project and start off, okay, this is the first step, then I got the second step and third step. And sometimes we often miss some things along the way, here and there. But if we take the time to look at the project and say, okay, what's the end result? How do I want to see the finished product? How do I want to see the final outcome? Whether it's dealing with a client, whether it's an actual project itself, it's like building a house. I see the house in my mind. I see the finished product. I see how it's supposed to look inside and out clearly. Now I need to go back and put the drawings in place, or the architecture in place, or the draft in place, so that I can get from there to my end result. So we have to begin with the end in mind. Okay? I know it's short, but I just wanted to get right to the point. I think this is a short and sweet one, obviously. I don't think there's a lot more to it than that. But just remember, whenever you start something, take some time and think about the end result. How do you see it in your mind's eye? How do you picture it at the end? What does the final product look like? And then from there, start working your plan, so that throughout your plan, you're putting the right pieces in place that's going to get you to the final product that you see in your mind's eye, or that you visualize. Okay? Begin with the end in mind. Thank you so much for joining me today, guys. I really appreciate you taking time out to watch these videos. If you like this video and any other videos and audio clips that I've done in the past, please visit my website at www.chadbumgarner.com. .co, excuse me. www.chadbumgarner.co. I apologize. And also, please, guys, give me feedback. Let me know what you think about it. You can email me at info@chadbumgarner.co. You'll see it up on the screen. And also on Twitter. My Twitter handle is @Chad_Bumgarner. Okay? Again, thank you so much. I appreciate you watching. And if you need some leadership development coaching, let me know. We can sit down and strategize and put a plan together that will change your life and make you the better person and leader that you want to be. Because that's my ultimate goal, to take you from good to great. All right? Thanks again. I appreciate it. And remember, great leadership equals great results. How are you leading?